over here, actually.
It'll all come
say
out as one
Massachusetts.
episode, right? So we don't need to go over what happened last time because we just dealt with the Changang.
Yeah, we just had a fight. Ideally, you had the same cards, and you should discard any cards you don't want. Draw back up to 3. So we should be doing that. Okay, so we last time we had the little guy, a little vagabond shrub. We had was there anything else you wanted to do with those guys? You chopped one of them up to tame the shrub.
Excuse me, the little guy has a name. Do you remember what the name is, Mr. DM?
You can't check your notes.
I saw. Well, I know what it is. You tell me what it is.
It's Little Justice.
Okay, no, that was a trap. He did not know what it was. That was I know.
I saw the recording today. I saw the recording today, so I know what it was. But CJ, switch your fucking deal.
I'm sorry, I was putting on the Weird West playlist.
Our DM abuses us, and he's so mean to us, as you can see from this video proof.
I don't know
from this video proof.
I do want to share
if this will hold up in court.
Because our beloved DM Zach here said this is too many goddamn NPCs. You guys have to start playing some of these NPCs. I will now be playing Little Justice. Mostly be like rolling around on the ground.
I guess I have volunteered to play Screws. So.
You know, the honor of playing Screws.
The honor, yeah, Screws is the best.
Screws is the best. I would do my best to do Screws justice.
It weep whoops and it rolls. What more could you want in a pet?
It stabs people.
There you go.
Little Justice, we got a friend for you. And Ridley picks up the vagabond shrub. He's like, ow! I need gloves or something to hold you. And he takes his sleeves, and he holds this thorny little guy, and he walks over to Screws and puts them down. Okay, don't kill each other now, okay?
He just kind of opens up and screams, and then burrows up he just burrows directly, kind of like a duckling trying to get under a mother duck, just tries to get under Screws.
Screws moves around a little, agitated, and then finally goes and just kind of you hear the little pneumatics as it just sort of accepts its cruel fate. Does Screws is Screws what are Screws preferred pronouns?
I'm imagining Screws is he him.
Okay. He accepts his fate.
Oh my gosh, maybe they can have babies or something later. But for now, I guess they should bond as friends, because, they gotta be friends first, right, Cardoni?
I'm sorry, what?
Look, they're bonded! He'll take Cordoni's hand and, tug her over. Look!
Screws, do not burn down the little one. Goodbye, Screws.
Up in the front of the wagon, Sutton is gonna lean over to the strangely silent older brother figure whose name I have forgotten.
Brody.
Brody.
So, you had to talk with Ridley yet? Is this representative of his full ideas of childbearing?
I don't know if he can have children, so I'm gonna let him believe for a little while. Yeah, this is how that works.
Do you have a reason to believe that he couldn't have children?
Have you ever seen?
I haven't been. Have you been looking?
I mean, I helped change his diapers when he was a kid. Yes.
Okay, so is it?
I mean,
not that I'm wondering if there's a medical condition that I should know about other than.
No, he has hooves, so I don't know if that's fucking. I don't know if he'll have fucking freaking nature babies. I don't know.
It could be a donkey and a horse where he can. Maybe. Okay, that's making it complicated.
Maybe these are questions best left to nature. We'll find out when we find out. I don't know, man, and I don't want to tell.
I'm bleeding out, so I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't drive the cart this time around.
You're on Applebee's.
Oh yeah, I shouldn't be riding a horse by myself either because I'm having a bad time. I think the plan was for me to take a nap in the back of the wagon while Ridley's good with Applebee's, if Ridley's comfortable to lead Applebee's.
I can ride Applebee's. I had practice last time.
All right, you gotta be polite to her.
Okay, I'll be the coolest, most politest cowboy. Ridley will put the shrub on his hair, or I guess his hat. He'll put him on his hat, and he'll
Catches like a burr into the weaves of your hat. Just...
And he'll crawl up to the horse.
Did you
was
have
playing
the bleeding
Applebee's. I'm gonna say Tessa has to play Applebee's.
How do I horse noise?
Deanna, real
Yes.
fast. Did you say you had the bleeding out condition?
Oh, I don't have the bleeding out condition. I am almost dead. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright,
she-
alright.
I'm
They
at
just
5
deal
out of
her.
6 wounds, so I need to do some resting.
Alright, well, it'll probably be another night to get to the town. So it's we'll get every 1 healing flip.
Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, I think last time I did some sort of brief
Yes,
first
you-
aid.
You got me up from, I was, I think, below 0, and now I am, I was at like 7 out of 6 wound, and now I'm at 5 out of 6 wound. So you did,
Yes.
you definitely did do something.
job.
I was just having a bad time.
All right. Well, that's
Yeah.
nice.
Sutton's gonna curl up back there and make some noises about not being helpful, but then just go the fuck asleep almost immediately as soon as we start rolling out.
Yeah, she's grumbling about that. Dorothy's like, "Go to sleep, Sutton. We're fine."
Could only like somewhat ceremoniously, somewhat like a be quiet to kind of just get his blanket and just over.
Thank you, Cordoni.
Like a parrot.
If it's
You're
Do you
my
find that works?
fault.
Cordoni, do you find that works?
And what works? Sorry.
The blanket, you know, like a parrot.
I'm not sure I follow.
Well, parrots, if they're being all noisy and squawking, and you put a blanket over their cage, they go to sleep, usually.
Huh. I've not done much with avians.
I just knew somebody with a parrot once.
Noted.
Anyway,
I don't think we have parrots. in-
hopefully it works. There were
Suddenly
definitely
your parrot-
parrots Earthside.
This is more lore. I think the person with the parrot was the necromancer.
Oh my god, it's true.
I
Clearly
don't
writes it
know
down.
any necromancers, says
The-
my character to you, the player.
Do you guys got enough snacks back there?
I think we still have some like rabbit, don't we? We
Oh,
bought
we
a whole
have
lot
all
of rabbit.
kinds of meat.
Yeah, we
think
bought
we
a lot
bought-
of.
All right.
We claimed an awful lot of meat.
Well then, let's ride. And Ridley's gonna try and lean back on the horse and make the horse go up, you know, like he's seen in like, I don't know, probably the parades or something. And he's gonna like tug on the reins, like, come on, Applebee's, come on, just come
can-
on.
Because-
Definitely some.
And just trots forward a little.
It didn't work, I guess.
All right, that's okay. We'll train you to do it later, just so we can both look cool, you know.
Do you want to try and make a blitz for it? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah.
Make it flip. Make it TN5 flip.
What am I?
Zach wasn't talking.
Husbandry, which is based on charm, so you might be very good at it.
I do have a 1.
It's 5. Go for it.
Oh crap! No, I gotta roll. Oh no, I gotta open roll 20. Can somebody else flip for me? Wait.
You flipped to 4.
4, 5.
So after a little bit of
Exactly.
come on,
Come on,
Just-
please. Just a little hop.
Just a little hop.
Yeah. I feel like a cowboy now.
I feel like if it any higher, it would have knocked you off the horse. It was just like a little.
Applebee's was just looking out.
He's also, I presume, quite tired.
Probably.
And she's been walking for a long time, so it's a thing that happens. Okay, so is there anything else you guys want to do before you get to town? Come on.
I would love to make a healing flip on the way back to town. I don't really remember how that works. What's my target number?
Just go ahead and you make 1 flip, and then if it's weak, it's 1. If it's moderate, it's 2, and then if it's severe, it's 3.
Yeah, I got a severe. I got a
heal
12
over
with
time?
rams.
Robots do not know.
Okay.
Do you need healing? Because I got my artificery kit.
I've got a few bullet holes.
Okay, I can do that too. Okay, so I got a severe, so that's 3 hit points back to me, right?
You got a severe. That's 3 hit points back to you. Yes.
Beautiful. And then I'm gonna make a an artifacting check.
Yeah. Over time, you can make an artifacting check because it's you still got time.
For Cordoni, and I have a double to that because I got my little kit with me that has all the various parts that have fallen off Cordoni over time.
Mm-hmm.
So
go ahead and flip 2. It's TN 5.
Could be
And
an
then,
8 or an 11.
It's a bit like an IKEA flat pack. You always have extra screws, and you're pretty sure they're meant to be important, but
So that's a 12
That
total.
sounds right, yeah.
Which is only
12 total.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be what one margin of success is gonna be 2 HP. 2 is
Yeah, success.
I am now back up to full.
yeah,
Woo.
buddy.
Woohoo! I am not, but 2 below full is not that bad.
Good.
Honestly,
good.
the only reason I took so little damage is because I have armor 2. It's really hard to actually hurt me.
I am very easy to hurt. Is there
That's
anything,
fine.
Miss
From an
Dorothy
out of
Rose?
character.
Oh, go
No,
ahead.
I was just gonna say from an out of character perspective, you'll all be very excited to know that not only do I now have the or not only did I recently, a couple of sessions ago, take the talent that unequaled accuracy, so I don't randomize variant of engagement, but on theme, my Immuto is I forgot what it's called, but I don't randomize that either. I can select who I don't hit. So
It's like a immune character immune or some shit like that.
yeah, it's called Ignore Character +2 TN to ignore someone in the.
So your magical theory that's automatically applied. It's automatically applied once, right?
Yeah.
But also for free, which is good.
Ridley's got a few cuts and things that he had to wrap. I think he got shot. Do I need to attend to that, you think? Or, like, what do you guys think?
I can attend to it.
Okay, he'll trot over to the back of the cart.
Yeah, will we all be able to make overnight healing checks as well?
Yeah,
as
you're all gonna be able to make 1 overnight healing check. So
I also think doing some healing with kits is also good.
We're gonna have to let Applebee's heal overnight, so we're all we got the wagons pulled around a little campfire. I'm artifacting on you while you're healing on Ridley. We have a braiding chain going on.
Screws is just holding up a lighter that Kadoni's using to cinch ender bandages in order to wrap around without black blood murdering Kadoni.
Be careful with the bandages. I keep them all,
Mm-hmm. I also do not particularly fancy dying today.
Yeah, so, just be careful.
I'm gonna
I think
give
Dorothy-
Sorry.
It's probably just tending to the fire and maybe barn drinks or whatever. Not like drinks, but whatever sort of hot muck they're drinking.
Kadoni also has whiskey.
And whiskey.
Kadoni always has booze. That is a 5. Which, yeah, that is a heal. It is a heal of 1.
Yay! Thanks, Cordoni.
It was not my best flip, but I luckily have a doctor of 3, so
It's probably because Ridley's being so restless and jerking back and nervous and things.
will
He's
you
good.
stay still? I'm still trying to
can't.
bandage your head.
It hurts, and also don't move my pants like that. Somebody might see, and he's gonna trot off to the front of the group. I'm gonna go look out again. Maybe there's other people who want to shoot us.
You're not gonna be doing that by yourself. First of all, we are at camp for the night, so if you're gonna be you're gonna no. Is this some kind of opposed husbandry tractor who Apple listens to if you're giving up on the horse?
you can absolutely do that if you want.
We both have a +1, so it really is just a draw off here.
Yeah,
But
you can.
Applebee's is my horse.
I didn't realize
Go
you were on
first.
Applebee's. I thought you were trotting of your own accord.
Oh no, I'm on Applebee's.
You said get up.
So I gotta flip.
Yep. You flip first, I'll flip second.
Okay.
Just so we don't try to flip at the same time.
Oh no. Okay. All right.
7, 3. I'm fully gonna cheat that.
Okay, for more resources, fine.
I'm not gonna cheat that. I'm gonna let you win, and I'm gonna turn to Brody, and I'm gonna say, get him.
So to convince Applebee's to listen to him, he takes out like a piece of apple out of his pocket, just like, "Come here, Applebee's," and gets her to go forward.
Ridley, calm down. The last time didn't go so good. You guys barely made it away from those bandits. We don't need any more trouble.
No. He's gone. The horse, he said, get up, and Applebee's left with that boy. Brody, this is not a talk calmly to him moment. This is a go get him.
Danny, were you just with the apple? You're just trying to call the horse with the apple.
Yeah, he trotted forward ahead of the carriage so he could be like, "I'm gonna go make sure no one else tries to shoot us."
Oh my god. Ridley, come back. He goes up after you. Ridley, come back. We're not trying to get shot again. We don't need to make any more noise. Come back.
Are we staying here?
We're staying here for the night, yes.
All right. Here, get up on the horse with me. I'll
No,
show you a trick.
No, we're gonna get the reins. He's gonna take the reins, and we're gonna come back down. Come on.
The horse, listen to me. It don't like you.
Well, the horse does what it's told. Isn't that right, horse? And he gives it a pat.
The horse is gonna try and kick.
Oh my god! Okay. I regret
Giving
guys...
Applebee's to Tessa.
I was joking. I don't think Applebee's dislikes Brody.
But unless you're gonna desperately try to fight, you're gonna go back to the camp.
Oh, fine. Ugh. I'm just looking for some adventure,
We had enough adventure for the day. You fought some bandits. You fought those tumbleweeds. You have a pet tumbleweed now. That's enough.
Brody. Their
Yes?
name is Little Justice, not Tumbleweed.
Of course. Now you have your own little justice that we have to take care of now. So it's good.
That's okay. I'll just share my meals with it.
Okay, you're gonna share your meals with it. I'm not taking care of that thing.
But it likes you. That's good.
I'm not. I already have enough things I have to take care of. You included, but you can take care of that, and maybe you'll learn some responsibility. So we're gonna come on back to camp. We're gonna finish our squirrels that we got from that nice trader man, and we're going to.
What is the target number for Little Justice to get a big old chomp of Brody's fingers? Like in a loving, teasing sort of manner.
I love how we are now using the side animals to bully Brody specifically.
Brody wasn't much of a help in that combat. So.
You guys didn't ask about Brody.
What's Brody doing? He's sitting around with his thumb up his ass, Nick.
Sitting there.
What do that entire fight?
All right, we'll see what happens in the next encounter.
Well,
Okay.
I know that they both have their target number versus target number, so it's more you don't have to check the numbers. It's more definitely the little tumbleweed, Little Justice. It's going.
Little
Honestly,
Little Justice. He's gonna like reach. Hey! Oh, that's not okay. Not okay. Ridley, get your pet.
He's kissing you.
No, he's not kissing me. He's trying to bite, and I'm not here for it.
Oh, it's okay, Little Justice. He's just scared of you. Ow! Back up there.
I think that the tumbleweeds that were scared away were done by Brody and the gang.
That must have been it.
Oh yeah.
The tumbleweeds that got scared away.
They were done by Brody and the gang.
They were shooed
Or
off.
shoot away. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they did.
They
Brody
did
was
their
very-
part.
With a broom?
Probably.
Brody, Dodie's favorite food is a squirrel, so maybe you should, make one special for her.
Maybe I should. I really thought we were gonna
Dorothy's
get through this,
probably.
but we're not.
Nope, we're not.
You gotta
That
take
was-
control
that was
of the
optimistic.
narrative.
Doty's probably out like over sitting by Sutton as well. It's just like, how you feeling?
I'm actually feeling a lot better, really. Just a good night on the wooden floor really does wonders for you, I think. How are you? Are
I
you?
mean, oh, I'm fine, but I mean, I shoot at everything from far away, so.
Did you see on that guy? I mean, it was kind of difficult because I was a little bit blind with rage. That's a joke. I just don't like it when people go at Ridley's face like that. But that dude was like
Understandably.
yellow, just around
Oh.
him again. Did you see that, or was that just me?
Like the fellow that your brother got caught up with?
Yeah. Think there's any consistency in that?
Well, I mean, usually people don't glow yellow, so.
Maybe they just have star power.
Do you think something's wrong with them? Like, something catching?
Oh, like, is it contagious?
Do you think?
Oh, well, I hope not. Because, I mean, I think interacting with people's blood and that kind of thing is a good way to catch a contagious disease, in which case we would all be at severe. Cordoni?
Yes,
Is that how that works?
Do you think it's
Is that a-
contagious?
possibly.
Right.
I, however, would not be infected. I'm
Well,
a machine.
We know, okay, thank you, Cordoni. We know that you wouldn't be infected.
Well, on the upside, if you remember, the first fight we had, everybody got real angry at me because I was far away. And then everybody got better, so
Okay.
it'll be alright.
I'm just gonna.
But something's making them angry like that.
Yeah, can I have my little theory? If this guy sucks and that other guy sucks, and they're talking about people acting real crazy at the mines, you remember the dad was talking about people going just absolutely nuts at the mines. Maybe they like
Yeah.
mined up like a bunch of bees or something like that had pollen all over their legs that was this yellow. Maybe it's not bees, but like they mined up something that had the yellow in it or something that made everybody acting all crazy or whatever.
Right.
That seems quite
And
plausible.
Maybe if they were exposed to it for an awful long time, then maybe they couldn't shake it like the rest of us could.
Yeah, like
When I say the rest of us, I've never had it happen. I hope it doesn't. But anyway,
There would be further indication to not send Ridley into those mines.
we will
yeah.
discuss.
I'm simply saying I can and will, if asked, pick up Brody and carry him back to the lodge. It would not be very difficult.
This is when Brody approaches with fucking with a bowl of soup.
Cordoni is staring off to where they are. Like, again, Cordoni doesn't have facial expressions. They're made of, like, it's a porcelain face.
Mhm.
But if a completely blank porcelain doll could look angry while staring at someone,
And just as Brody's approaching, Dorothy's like, ah. Hi, Brody.
Hi, Dorothy. I brought you some soup, you know, out of the soup pot. Yeah, I didn't want you to have to walk up and get it.
Oh, that's so sweet. It's Squirrel, so, yeah, I haven't had first yet. I was so distracted. But thanks.
Yeah, I saw you shooting those guys. It was really cool. We shoot away the tumbleweeds after, but it was really cool.
Well, I mean, sharpshooting's kind of my thing. And, I mean, usually it's targets, but once in a while, I mean, someone needs protecting. Yeah, you know, it's not the most ladylike, but I'm sure it can be excused.
Well, I thought it was some of the coolest thing. I'd excuse it any day of the week. You know, it was some of the coolest things I ever saw, and I'm alive now, so you know, thanks.
Well, I mean, I'm not downplaying my own abilities, but certain people threw themselves into the fray to take care of everyone else, so I think that's a little more courageous, anyway.
Yeah, but it takes skill. It takes more skill than to just get shot or get shot and get bit and everything. It takes more skill to shoot than to get shot, is what I'm saying.
I'm happy to put the same number of bullets into you that point at me and see how you walk away.
I'm gonna get some soup.
Oh, I brought some soup for us, Sut.
Oh, thank you, Ridley. That's very kind of you.
Here you go. And he reaches over and tries not to spill it all over her.
Thank you so much. That's very. Did you get spoons?
Oh, I forgot that one.
You just put.
Can't you just use your mouth as a spoon?
Yep, I'll do that.
That's what I do. And he's gonna crawl off the horse and be like, "So what are we talking about?"
Yeah, you picked up soup on the horse, rode the horse over. Okay.
We are talking about the skill required in getting shot.
We're also.
We are going to see
about,
how skilled Brody is.
I'm trying.
Brody.
Cordoni, I'm trying to do something here. Can you please go somewhere else?
Brody, is it all right if I ask
Sutton.
you a question?
Sure, Sutton. What is it?
I was just curious, how much you had heard about the mines up north and whether or not they're full of bees.
I mean, there's no bees in the mines. I overheard you talking with that father and his kids and everything, but
You didn't hear nothing about that before?
there's always stories of people going crazy in soulstone mines. Some people think it's the souls of the dead, coming back to haunt you. Some people think some people think they just haven't seen the sunlight in too long. It could be anything, but it's a possibility people lose their mind in the mines, but it's the chance you got to take.
I don't really know a whole lot about magic myself, but the soul stones have to do with souls, right? So, I mean, it would make sense that there are dead souls, right?
I thought a soul was already dead. Can a soul be alive?
They get
Don't we all have them?
the stones get recharged whenever somebody dies near them.
Right.
Somebody has to die the first time.
Have you ever seen something like that happen? Like you've seen somebody be possessed by a rock ghost?
I haven't seen anybody lose their minds yet.
Okay.
So, did all those soul stones in the mines get created by a bunch of people dying in a mine?
I don't know about that.
Can we do some kind of checks about why people go insane in mines and how soul stones work?
Well,
I can tell you, Sutton probably doesn't know.
Well, accidents happen all the time in mines, so I guess when somebody accidentally dies, their soul gets attached to one of the soul stones down there.
Don't think. Okay, keep going. Sorry.
As
the
far
soul
as
stones exist before the souls, like chicken, egg.
It feels like a theological discussion at a certain point.
But Brody will know.
Soul stones predate our existence here.
Oh, so they're here before the soul happens?
But do
Catch the soul.
Before humans happen.
I assume we're digging them up out of the ground. I assume they were here before we were. It's before my time.
But so if a Neverborn dies near a soul stone, does the soul stone get charged?
Presumably.
So that would mean that they have souls too, don't they? So
yes.
So really, we'd have to ask a very, very old Neverborn when the soul stones showed up.
And if you want to ask a Neverborn, go for it.
That seems to be the case. Yes.
Do you think if a dog or a cat or a horse dies by a soul stone, that it goes into the soul stone?
I think so.
I think so. Yeah.
I can vouch it just powers me for less.
Right. Well, I will say we don't have to worry about that with Applebee's, because if anything happens to her, I'm gonna pat her on her big old butt. I don't know, you guys notice the bridle thing on her, if she's ever in a special amount of danger, or if she's gone too long. some weird shit that they have down at the what are they called, the stables down there. She'll just be like zoinked, just like turned into mist and sent back from whence she came. Not like, you know, wherever you are before you're born. I mean, back to Ridley, to the stables there. So
Is there something we gotta do to make that happen?
oh no, they'll just, I don't know, they'll get a wizard to do it or something. I don't quite understand how it works, but she's gonna be teleported back if anybody ever shoots at her, I guess.
Oh.
I have an
Okay.
unkillable horse is what I'm establishing here.
Wow. Okay, well, I don't know why I decided to sound like the southern female version of Owen Wilson there, but
Wow.
But anyway,
I mean, I kind of got that. I just flared my hair out.
anyway, Broadly, Ridley said that you knew everything about Soulstone, so if you wanted to actually explain it all to us.
Ridley has a
I
lot
was
of
very fascinated to learn.
Ridley? I know a great many things about soul stones. I've been digging them out of the ground for a long time. What would you like to know about the refining process? What would you like to know about the mining process? What would you like to know about the way mines are created? What would you like to know about that?
Is there a difference when you're chipping out a soulstone that's full of a dead person versus a soulstone that isn't? Do they look different? Does one of them glow? Is one of them worth more than the other one?
They're all full of dead people.
Oh,
They come out of the ground pre-charged.
okay.
Do you think? No. I'm just wondering, right? Because obviously, the soul stones grab a soul if it's too close to the stone and that. But if they come out of the ground if they come out of the ground pre-charged, I'm keeping that in in character. Like Dorothy realizes halfway through that she's not doing her feminine shit. That's not me. Even if it was, that's not me. That's Dorothy. If they come out of the ground pre-charged, does that mean that anybody who dies goes to a soulstone mine? Like, not you, but like your soul. Like, or I just don't understand how they all end up there, like, charged ahead of time if you're not. It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, can they like share a soul?
Well, the
Stone?
Neverborn have been here for a long time.
Can two souls share a stone?
Like roommates?
I
Really good friends.
don't know. Whenever you use a stone, it gets uncharged.
But each soul stone's a person. I like to pretend when I'm mining them out that they're, people, and I talk to them and stuff, and then I put them in the barrel.
Oh, that's nice. That's a real nice way to do
That's
it.
sweet.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
weird. Souls can. It's sweet, Ridley. Souls can absolutely hear you. You're right.
Well, why not?
Mm-hmm.
I think all
There is
this.
a point he made that I. Sorry.
That's alright. I was just saying all this soulstone magic stuff is just so complicated. I think it's just beyond me.
Can I want to do some kind of fucking insight check on how often this lady is saying, this magic is so beyond me. I don't understand how it works. It's gotten to the point where it's very suspicious.
As a rule, I don't make players do checks against other players unless they both consent to it.
I don't
Are you-
mind
are
if you
you-
want to.
All right. What is the check?
What were you
Okay.
gonna say,
Me
Cordoni?
versus deception, if you want, I guess.
Or
Whatever
convince.
skill you want to
I'll
use.
wait
Yeah,
till
whatever skill you
those
wanna use.
two have.
Okay.
What is scrutiny, right?
Scrutiny.
All right, that's a good
Yeah.
old +0. Let's see. I got the red
You want me to-
jokers on.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I'm gonna flip just because I'm meant to, but.
But Dorothy be
Well,
full of shit.
That's 15 for me. So, but
The red
Dorothy-
joker is a 15, right?
Red Joker's
It's a 14.
It's a 14, so I got a 14 technically. So you don't have to tell me anything.
technically. But seeing as you got a red joker, what I will tell you is that you get the impression, at the very least, that she's not fully putting it on. Like, there's a lot. She's like, this stole some shit. I don't get that. Like, she's not playing games. She's genuinely confused. But you think that you're getting like the inclination, if you haven't, you specifically are getting the inclination, if you haven't before, that this like innocent Dorothy Rose thing is maybe not exactly like fully the truth. You're like, this is an act. This is 100% an act. So that's what I will give you with your red joker.
Beautiful. Good to know. Good to know.
Everybody else is just completely enamored with my feminine wiles.
You know lots, Dodie.
I mean,
you don't gotta know about soul stones because you know about shooting.
Gosh, I guess. I mean, you can't be good at everything. And I don't really need to know about magic stones because bullets are bullets.
That's true. You do got that stick, though.
Oh, that's true. Well, we've got the stick.
Yeah, that's true.
So maybe you can learn more about magic stones. You're the one that talks to them.
I guess I could, hit the stick with stuff. Hit stuff with the stick. And maybe bond with it that way.
I mean, technically speaking, you do all talk to a soul stone on a regular basis.
I what?
I am powered entirely by a soul stone, and it is theorized that the personality derives from that stone.
So, like, you got dead people in you all the time, just talking through you?
More I am the soul stone.
But you sound the same every time. Like, you have kind of the same personality, Cordoni. You don't, like, change like people do. I mean, like, different people do.
Do you think maybe it's whatever stone was initially in the soul that imprints the personality? I know this is all getting too metaphysical for me. I'm really just a simple country girl. So this is really beyond me.
I know that I was built and have had this train of thought since then.
How long ago were you built, Cordon?
About 3 years.
That's all. Wow.
Maybe a little bit longer.
You're only 3 years old?
Yes.
Oh, you're like a baby.
I'm not sure.
In human terms, yes.
Constructed people?
Yeah, I guess she's like a baby that knows everything.
Fully formed and realized.
I mean, did you emerge like Athena from her father's knee, just kind of being exactly who you are now, or did you have to figure things out for a while? Like, I mean, we're born completely useless, and I can't imagine you ever having been useless.
I do not know. I remember having a more simplistic worldview.
Sure,
and
interesting.
And then Shiloh found you?
Shiloh bought me, yes.
Oh.
The shop I was built in tragically burned down.
Well,
Sorry to hear
I
that.
will say, I'm full of blood, and I don't know if you would all consider talking to me talking to my blood. And if you're full of soulstone, I don't really consider myself to be talking to a dead person. I consider myself to be talking to you. I don't know if that's helpful to you.
We all have souls in us, just one usually, and I mean it's no different. Just because Cordoni had one, that might have been somebody else at some point. Still a soul.
That's really wise.
Sometimes more than one. I might be oversimplifying it, but sometimes thinking things simply is not a bad idea.
It makes sense.
I agree with the sentiment.
Wow. Thanks, Cordoni. That makes me feel smart. Anyway, I'm gonna eat my squirrel. Thanks, Brody, for the squirrel.
Sure. Anytime. Everybody else, there's a squirrel over there. You can eat it.
Aren't you gonna eat some too, Brody, and not just stand there staring?
Oh, I have a bowl. I'm sitting down. He sits down next to Dodie, of course. And he's, it's good. I can see why it's your favorite. It's good Squirrel.
I love Squirrel.
Me too.
Yeah. Convenient. It's a convenient meat.
Mm-hmm. They're a little lizard-like, but they're here and they're great. And they taste just like Earthside.
Have you ever eaten a lizard, Brody?
I don't think I have. I have to think of how exotic Brody is. I don't think I have eaten a lizard.
No, that wasn't Zach pausing. That was Brody pausing and going,
Have I eaten a lizard? How hungry was I that time? I was drunk.
The kebab shop just was not open, and I needed something.
I've eaten a lizard before. You find all sorts of stuff down in the mines.
You've eaten a lizard down. We get you breakfast and dinner and pack you lunch, and you ate a lizard down in the mine?
Yeah, well, sometimes I need a snack, and I already eat my lunch too early as a second breakfast, and then I need a snack.
Ridley, you can't go eating lizards. You can't go eating things that haven't been cooked yet, man.
Why?
I've never had lizards, but when I was traveling around the country, the Earthside, and we were in the South, we had alligator, and it's probably sort of like a lizard.
Yeah, that's just like a big lizard.
Tastes like chicken.
Oh, it tastes like chicken? Well,
Mm-hmm.
lizards just taste like scales.
I imagine that they taste like lizard, yeah.
It's crunchy.
Oh, this was delicious, Squirrel. I feel like the sooner we get to bed, the sooner that we get to the next leg of the adventure.
Well, that's a great idea and not at all meta. Let's get to sleep.
I can feel Zach slowly die.
Zach's like, we're never getting there. We're never. What?
No,
We're gonna finish this
it's fine.
adventure today.
It's going to be a 5-year-long campaign just to get to the town.
We established Soulstone lore. It's just that we're all massive dumbasses. We needed 20 minutes to do it.
Which it's fine as long as you guys had fun. I had fun, but I did promise. Oh, this will be about 4 to 5 sessions.
Absolutely not, motherfucker.
And then you chose us as your players.
Out of everyone in Inkalaya, you selected the ones who take the longest to do literally anything.
Like the 4 people who like the sound of their own voice the most. Come on.
I'm not mad. You guys chat away. It's fun to listen to, and then I'll chime in as Brody or whatever.
We'll just pick on your NPCs, and then you'll be like, hello.
I'm being fully facetious. What it really is that we all really, really like that sweet, sweet in-character interaction.
Yeah.
But...
That's fine.
Could anyone at some
okay?
Just before they do head to bed, could anyone at some point just like go over to Sutton and kind of like nudge Sutton as like Sutton, come over here. Sutton, this way.
You woke her up for this. She's gonna get up out of the wagon. Yep.
I hate to bother you this late at night, ma'am, but I do have something to report.
Oh, yeah. What's the trouble?
It has yet to cause any problems this far, but I was unaware initially we would be joining Brody and the miners on their expedition. So, before they left, I may or may not have broke several of their wagon wheels, and it's only a matter of time before those wheels do inevitably fall off. I thought you would like to know in the head of time before it inconveniences you further.
Alright. Alright.
Like before.
And,
No, I didn't think I tried to ever stop.
I think I forgot.
Yeah, you forgot to break.
Sutton did spend some time working on the wagons and keeping it up to date, so I think she has worked on it, but I don't know if she specifically looked at the wheels yet. Can I ask, why? Why? What was the goal in this.
It was not a good idea to take Ridley away from where they currently were, and we needed more time to think. I was unaware we would be joining them on the journey.
Right, okay. I understand.
You're the main carpenter they know.
The thing is, Cordoni, I agree with you. I don't like where we're going, and I don't like Ridley's career, and I don't like the idea of dropping him off at a cave to, it sounds like inevitably go crazy finding dead people and rocks in the ground. But Brody is his family, and Ridley deserves to make his own decisions. So I'm trying to just do what I can to help him make the best decisions for himself, I guess. But yeah, I don't need to be lecturing you, though. I'm just letting you know that I agree with you, but that I'm gonna wake up early in the morning. We're gonna spend some time on those wheels, okay?
Very well.
Thank you for letting me know, all right?
I hope you sleep well.
Thank you. Are you just gonna stay up and just... What are you gonna do?
I am incapable of sleep.
I know that, yeah. Are you just gonna sit?
I usually do.
Well, if it makes you
It's
happy.
also a nice change from the cupboard door.
Good, I'm glad then. You have a good night, Cordoni.
And you.
I crawl back into the wagon and slide in next to Ridley and just...
The
During his
wagon.
dreams, kind of just sitting, staring aimlessly, vaguely into the wilderness.
That's when the wagon breaks.
Get into bed and it...
Yeah, and it fucking breaks down.
All right. Then I will spend some time in the middle of the night doing, what is it, a pioneering check I think I was able to do for these wagons?
Homesteading.
Homesteading.
That would have been like if this was an animated series where we like faded out to the next day. It would have been like, all right, good night. Crawls into the wagon, poof, like a little angry.
Oh my god, I gotta... What happens if I don't make this check?
We don't have wheels.
I got a 6 total.
It'll take all night. I think what I'm going to do is, since your healing flip is theoretically supposed to be done overnight, and you spent all night doing it, I'm probably going to take 1 wound away, so you don't heal as much as you do.
Okay, that sucks.
Can I help in any way?
Unless you want to do the same deal as Sutton.
So that I can
I'll
go
probably cut
faster?
the same deal. I'll cut the same deal as you if you want to spend all night doing the wheels.
Yeah, I'll do it. Ridley will be like, Sutton, where are you going?
Well, I don't know if you noticed, he was sleeping very soundly, but our bed collapsed in the middle of the night.
Oh,
Just an
why?
old wagon. All right. If you want to help out, you can, because I am feeling like shit, but then we're going back to bed, all right?
Yeah, I'll help out. And
Could
he's
anyone
gonna
like there's a
crawl.
carjack?
Carjack. I hold the tools and I'll help turn them and stuff because I'm like, really strong. So
You definitely are, Ridley. Thank you.
Very sleepily, Dorothy nearby is like, does anybody need any help?
You are just fine, Miss Wesson. Thank you so much.
All right, good night.
Night.
do I need to flip anything? Or
Can
No.
I just flip again?
I think it'll be fine. You guys don't need this is the punishment for the wheels.
The
yeah,
punishment.
no.
Punishment for Connie's
Player versus
actions.
DM mentality here.
So with
I'm
the
playing off you guys.
with the help, does that mean that the healing helps Sutton a little more or no?
Do I get
No, you stayed up all night fucking with the wheels.
So
you,
nothing. He did help, but nothing happened.
Yeah.
Apparently. I'm
Thank you for helping,
useless.
Ridley.
In all fairness, have you ever tried to change like a tire with a child?
In the
Like, you
middle of
ever
the
tried to teach
night.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
The
it's not
campfire is out. It's under the light of the moon, and we are trying not to wake up the rest of the camp. So it is like, no, you're definitely helping. No, I don't need. Lil Justice can't help right now. Thank you.
Little Justice can hold the wrench. Look, it's so cute.
Just chewing on the wrench.
It's like an active, detriment towards your effort to change.
Little Justice just pops away with it. No, come back.
Cut to the next morning.
Cut to the next morning.
You kept asking if there's anything else we wanted to do, Zach. This one's on you.
Is there okay? In the morning, is there anything else you guys want to do?
I think Sutton should go to sleep, and we can drive the carriage the rest of the way there.
Okay.
How are you feeling, Ridley? You alright?
I'm fine. Sleep is for the weak and also the wounded, so I
And
can
you're
drive
not- you're-
Applebee's.
Your wounds alright now?
Yeah, they weren't that deep, really.
Alright, then, yeah, I think that's a good idea. I'm just gonna pop in the back here and do my face up before we go, and then let's head on.
Okay, I'll drive up with the horses. So come on, Brody. Oh,
Cordoni, can you do a quick? I popped one of my stitches open last night. Can you do a quick medicine check before we get there?
Oh my god.
It's a new motherfucker.
How long do they last? We gotta look up how long these fucking things last.
The healing checks?
Yeah.
It's
first
like
day-
once per day or something.
It's once a day.
Yeah.
It's a new day.
So you get a healing
It's a
clip.
brand
and-
new
That's why-
day. I'm taking a healing check.
The benefits of having a doctor in a party, Zach.
Yeah.
All right.
And so while
Uh,
Cordoni's healing up, Sutton,
13.
next to them with like a little shitty mirror, just like putting on.
All right.
Social pluses for that.
13, you heal 3.
I heal for 3.
3?
Thank you. What kind of
No,
bonus
it's
do you-
2. Hold up. Because
Is it
it's
2?
it's one for 5, 2 for 11.
No, yep. Yeah, all right.
Okay. But I know Miss Rose Wesson is Dorothy Rose Wesson is putting on her makeup. You get a specific bonus from that, right? What you doing?
Yeah, I get a social check bonus. I'm not doing anything with it yet, but I just want to continue to establish that I put on my makeup.
Okay. Yeah, you're good. You're good.
I just felt bad because
That's just me
we were
doing my
arguing over you.
housekeeping.
Wait. What? Tess, what'd you say it was?
13.
13?
13. 0 to 5, and then 6 to 10, and okay. So now you're right. It is 3. It is 3. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm back at full health, motherfucker.
All right. Well, you're burning your cards, which is
Yes, we're using a lot of resources here.
14, sorry, I have a doctor of 2. I have a doctor to start of 2.
yeah, so you're good. All right.
Plus 4 to doctor, which is pretty good.
So
All right.
you guys go on. I think you guys go on. Unless there's anything else you guys want to do.
Fully, just
Now we're
to
did our
underline the
housekeeping.
lesbianism here, because she's got all the stitches across her back and she's trying not to aggravate them, she's taken off her overshirt. She just have her overalls and like an undershirt, and she's got her thing tied around it. She's got muscles on her back that are tanned to the sun, covered in scars, riding her horse. There we go. That's just for me to enjoy. Sometimes your character is hot for you.
if anyone would like to make some fan art, of
Thank
that.
you. That's all.
I fully support the lesbian disaster that is Sutton.
Okay. So you guys have been traveling for a little while. It's up. It's sun's up. Poking up in the distance through there's dust in the air. Poking up in the distance through the heavy brown dust in the air, the vague shape of buildings slowly start to materialize beneath the Widower Mountain. The feeling of grit in your teeth becomes more difficult to ignore the closer you get to town. As you approach, the true state of things starts to take shape. Wooden one-story buildings with almost no decoration are clumped in a circle. The rhythmic rolling and creaking of the cartwheels is broken by an excited shout, "Caravans here!" So you guys are rolling up, and you hear, "Caravans here! Caravans here!" So they start about like 13, 14 people. They start coming out of the buildings, and they start rolling towards you. You know, as you get when you get into town, they start running towards you. It's like, and they're like, "Oh, what'd you bring us? We have slate to sell. We have agates to sell. This and that." People are excitedly shouting around you. An older woman rolls up in front of you and is like, "Did you bring any dynamite? Where's your dynamite? I'll buy all of your dynamite." And this woman has like gray hair, old, has a braid all the way down. But she gets shooed away by a younger looking woman in a long blue coat with a bun and like gray streaks in her hair. Ingrid, you're not getting any dynamite. Shoot, get away. You're not getting any dynamite. It's about time you guys finally showed up. And she has a clipboard. Now, would you please tell me what you brought? I would like an invoice sheet, and you will be hearing from. I will be speaking to your manager about this. About how you're 8 days late with supplies. Now, tell me, what have you brought?
During all this kerfuffle, Sutton with the horse has just slowed down so that she is behind the wagon and that everybody else can talk to this big crowd of people because she's not.
Cordonia will walk forward.
Dorothy will go up next to Cordoni, but is gonna, from a meta perspective, hang back unless things get bad.
Mm-hmm. And who do I have the pleasure of addressing?
My name is Cordoni. I hate to inform you, but we are not the merchant or supplies caravan you were expecting.
What? You're not the merchant of supplies caravan we were expecting.
I believe you're.
The crowd of people around you is like, what? Am I hearing this right? Excuse me. You're not. So, and she says, you're not with the guild.
Looks at Brody. I do not believe so.
Are you? So who are you?
We're miners.
Why are you here? There's more mine. Why are you here?
Because there's mines.
The guild informed us there was mines up here, and they were looking for workers.
The guild sent more mines here. The guild sent more miners here. I can't believe the guild was sending miners here.
Why? Don't you need miners?
We barely have enough supplies. We barely have enough supplies to feed the people we do have. We don't need more individuals here. Come in.
We do have some food.
Come inside. Come inside. We'll discuss that.
Hey.
Come inside. What's up?
Dorothy's just gonna say, fortunately, we do at least have enough to sustain our people for some time, so we shouldn't be an additional burden at the moment.
Well, that's lovely to hear. Come into the lodge. We'll see what we can do with you. I am Jude Darrow. I'm the lodge leader around here.
There's Jude what?
Darrow.
Darrow?
Darrow.
Can I? What is the Ingrid, the elderly lady, after she's shooed off? Is she still trying? Is she? I don't know why she seems important to me for wanting dynamite, but is she just another voice in the crowd, or does it seem like she has something else she's going for?
No, she's looking around the caravan, and like hoping upon hope. She's like, you're here for soulstone, yes? There's plenty of soulstone in mine number 4. If you would just open the mine for us. And Jude is like, no, get away, Ingrid. We're not opening the mine. Get away. She's like,
what do you need dynamite for, Ingrid?
But to open mine number 4, there's your mine is, yes, there's soulstone in there.
Why ain't it open?
Please, and Jude Darrow is like, we'll discuss that later on. We're not opening the mine, but we'll come inside. I'm sure you had a rough journey. We'll discuss what we're going to do with you.
Thank
Everybody, there's no caravan today. This is a mass who we're going to sort out. And the other people who rolled up are like, all right, they kind of like they kick the ground, they kick up dust, and they're obviously pissed and everything. But
Are there any hungry children? Do people look like they have enough food and they were just hoping for supplies, or is it like they're starving?
They're a little gaunt. They're pretty gaunt.
Do we want to tell them about the squirrels?
We still have like a fair few squirrels.
Provide a few things to them.
It may seem wise. Also, like as they're saying this, Kadoni's head's just kind of like with Kadoni's body still facing Sutton and like Dorothy and Ridley. Their head is going to turn to Brody and just go, "Do you hear that, Brody? They're not looking for any miners."
Well, we came all this way. We're gonna talk to her. We're gonna figure this out. We can't go back just yet until we get the lay of the land. We didn't make this journey for nothing.
We don't have any supplies for y'all, but we have, after we talked with Miss Darrow, we have Squirrel, if anyone has a pot to cook it, well, we could offer some squirrel if anybody's hungry. I'm talking to the crowd of people.
Squirrel, you say? You start to get a little bit more of a following. I'm sorry, you say you have squirrel? We'd love to buy it off of you if you're willing to sell it and everything.
I was thinking of just having like a sort of communal like lunch where maybe we could talk with some of you people and get the lay of the land in return for some community soup.
Community soup. We can pull together. And then Jude Darrow comes out. We will welcome our visitors with whatever supplies they have, and we'll make a community soup. Just all right. She starts barking orders. You go get the pots. You get some water. You go get whatever's left of the salts. If you can find any more cans of beans, we'll get that. And
we got beans. I can provide beans. Beans we can provide.
I also have some cigars if anyone is interested.
We'll have a really great little cookout right after we get settled. So everybody get everything all sorted, and we'll come by with squirrels shortly. And we'll just have a great time and get some food in your bellies.
The crowd kind of like it's like, we haven't had meat in a long time, but okay, let's okay. They start cheering for all hail the new arrivals.
Wow, we're so popular already.
There's cheers among the crowd, and it's like meat, squirrel meat, yeah, buddy. They start scattering around to get the things they need and everything.
Miss Judy, are you the mayor?
I guess you could say that. I'm the lodge leader. Yes.
Is it lodge leader? What is her
lodge?
Lodge.
The lodge. Yes,
I'm the lodge leader.
I run the Union Lodge.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Come inside to the main building. We'll discuss and we'll see what we can do for you.
Yes.
Brody, will you do me a favor? And we'll do all of us a favor. Make sure you and your people kind of get everything all settled, but keep an eye on the caravan. We wouldn't want anything to go missing, because that would be disappointing an awful lot of people.
Of course, we'll watch it and we'll make sure everything's ready. We'll make sure everything's ready for the stew. We'll take stock of our supplies and everything. I'm sure we haven't eaten everything on the journey here.
No, surely not. I mean, we bought all that meat off of that one guy. We're gonna make a lot of people happy.
Well, you make so many people happy just by being. So I'm happy. I'm happy if you're happy.
Over to Cordoni. Is he not coming in with us? Isn't this his whole thing?
I'm kind of glad he isn't.
Well, I mean, if that's what she was going for, that was definitely maneuvered.
I'm very proud of Mr. Riley.
Dirty's just like, thank you so much. We'll be right back, and we'll let you know what she says.
Of course. You do the talking. We came here to mine, so we'll get something figured out. And I'm sure if anybody can get it figured out, it's you.
We'll see what we can figure out, and I'll let them know the guild sent you. So, I mean, we did already let her know, but we'll reiterate that fact. We'll be back.
Thanks. And he goes back to his the wagon, taking things apart and everything. But okay. So you guys head inside the lodge. And it is a relatively simple building. There's like an office in like the first corner of it. There's rows of bunks, way more rows of bunks than there are people in town. That's for damn sure. But she leads you into the office, Miss Darrow, and she's like, "So the guild sent you here to work in our mines, is what you're telling me?"
That is what we were told.
There are advertisements all over Ridley telling people that there's essentially a fortune to be made and that the guild will support you if they're moving out to kind of project towns.
People are leaving here because there isn't enough work to go around. I don't know why they would send people out here. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever had in my life.
But why ain't there enough work to go around if you got a closed mine?
something going on with the mines, Miss Darren?
We struck Soulstone once, but it was an outbreak of madness. It's the easiest way to put it.
A yellow glow?
There may have been a yellow aura off the people that came out of it, but we didn't want to. The miners who left the mine were afraid. The madness had spread on a lot of the miners inside, and the ones who were sane left. We didn't want any of the crazed ones to come outside, so we collapsed the mine.
So did it seem like they went into the mine and something in the mine made them...
Wait, you collapsed the mine on those people?
There were crazed miners on the inside. The sane ones got out.
Yeah, but...
And some of the not sane ones, I think, possibly.
Yeah, but how do you know they were not sane forever?
How do I know they were not sane? Because they went the day before, everybody was fine. The day it happened, people were running, screaming out of that mine, saying that they were being attacked by the fellow man.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, well, how do you know those people that were attacking? How do you know they weren't going to be better tomorrow?
When they're coming after you with a pickaxe, I don't want to take that chance. I have citizens, non-miners in this town that I had to protect. It was the call I had to make.
When you say that you collapsed the mine, do you mean you closed off the entrances or that the whole thing?
We closed off the entrance.
Oh, okay. You didn't bulldoze it to the point where the ceiling collapsed or nothing.
No, it's still the tunnel should still be intact.
How long ago was this?
This was about a week ago.
I
Do you
hope there's a lot of
happen to
lizards
know-
in their mines.
Do you happen to know if this is the sort of thing that, if this is unique, or have you heard of it happening anywhere else in the border towns? Or,
There's always talks of this mountain being haunted, but where there's money to be made, we have to dig. There's a job to do that has to be done. We can't go off the word of hearsay.
The superstition, yeah, of course. I was just wondering, because to be quite frank with you, Miss Darrow, we've encountered a few people with this sort of madness. Do you have a record of people who were working in the mines?
We do have a record of people who are working the mines, yes.
I'd dearly like to take a look at that if it's not too much trouble.
Let me see what I can procure. She starts digging around her office and everything. She gets a book. We will have to add your name to the list if you're here for mining.
I just want to completely clarify, I'm not a miner. Miss Dorothy Rose West is not a miner. Cordonia is not a miner. We have with us a crew of several who are... We could call this what?
Miners.
Well, they're here to investigate the possibility of working in these mines.
And I'm a miner.
Yeah, but he's not necessarily signing in to mine these mines right this second. We would like to take a look at it first. And
Well, if he
see.
has a union card, he can stay.
Well, I do believe that if these miners decide to stay here, they do have their union cards, so it should all be in order.
Yes, and theoretically, the union should be protecting the miners, and the guild should be shipping supplies to and from Ridley. But we'll see how that goes. She opens this big book, and we haven't seen that trader in a week at least. She starts flipping through.
The trader?
Um,
What trader?
There was a trader who came. He had a walking stick. He came with a lot of deer meats and everything. And she starts flipping through the book. Who were you trying to look up for?
A Mr. Chang, I believe, and a Mr. Cantor. Is that correct?
I believe that's right, so.
She starts looking through. No record of any Chang, but we do have one Gabriel Cantor. Yes, he left about 2 weeks ago. Yes. He left about a week ago. Yes.
Did he leave after the front of the mine was collapsed, or before?
He was one of the.
Sane ones?
He left before the mine was collapsed.
It appears he may have been infected either way.
So it looks like it might not always have immediate effects.
Apparently.
Meta, as soon as we leave this building, zombies fucking everywhere. Cut meta. Back your character, sorry.
Are
Can we at
there
least wait a level so Kadoni gets the steel gauntlet arm level up?
other places where that's happened, or just that mine? Mine number 4.
We've been over here for like the only news we've gotten is the guilds when they used to send supplies, and it's been a little while since then.
No, I mean, like, has the madness happened in other places in town, or just mine 4?
Not that I know of. There's the only mine we have that have hit Soulstone is mine 4. The other
And
mines
Mr.
had agates and
Cantor,
forts.
he worked in mine 4 as well?
Yes. We were digging a fair few soulstones out of that mine until the tragedy.
Well, maybe, and really we'll look around to his group, maybe if we look inside of it, we'll find the source of what's going on.
Well, we can't open the mine. We can't let whatever was in there. If whatever was in there was contagious, if it truly was cursed, we don't want anybody else to go inside. Anybody who's still here.
I don't understand.
Do you know where the miners who left? Do you know where they went? Or do you have a list of the miners who left?
Yes, we have records. That's my job here is to keep the records. So, we do have a list of the miners who left, and there's she shows you the book, and this miner left, that miner left. There's a 90% of the town has gone. Headed on back to Ridley. She tells you.
I'm not sure I can do anything to assist in the matter of following up and making sure everyone who left is all right. But while we're talking here, I'm just going to record down the people who have left, just in case I'm able to follow it up in some meaningful way in the future.
I mean, the ideal would be right if there was some way to... If this was like a haunting, which I don't know if it is, but they talked about a ghost thing. If someone was to go in and cut it off at the source, then we wouldn't have to worry about some kind of contagion heading down to Ridley. But
Yeah.
I don't know,
Kill
I don't
ghosts.
fully understand how it works, because I know we've seen people who clearly had it contracted long term, but we've also seen people who have dealt with it for a short period of time and then not again. So I don't know if I entirely understand how it works. Maybe it's just because it was secondhand for those short-term people.
For what I'm aware of, the people who had it longer term seem to have something physically, like, into their bodies. Perhaps they were cut by the thing and have traces inside their blood, as
That
opposed
might
to
be
all
very
being ambient.
They also might just, have a little more fortitude. Miners are strong to begin with, but especially Mr. Cantor, he was awfully huge.
Maybe coming into contact with the original source made them infected for a longer period of time.
Seems so.
But in that case, how would you destroy the original source?
I want to say real fast. I don't think you guys remember. I don't know if Danny or if Ridley told you in character. He had a brand on his back.
Yeah, that's what Kadoni mentioned about it being inside of blood.
Okay, all right. Sorry.
Mhm.
I'm gonna double check.
Yeah. But again, we don't know enough about how things could be branded on, so kind of assumption of it being from a mine.
Right.
There's obviously something fishy going on centered on Mine 4. Now, trouble being, if it's a one-time thing, we wouldn't have to worry about it. We'd just keep the mine collapsed and call it a loss. But all those people that you thought were all right and totally fine that left, well, at least 2 of them turned out to be a little bit not all right. So we've got an issue, I guess.
Well, I'm not here for public health. I'm here for the mine. I'm here to dig soulstone, and they will. We have what left of our dynamite. We will blow a hole into the mountain, and we'll try for a different. We'll try a different mine. We're not going to. I'd rather not open this mine. it's too dangerous. We don't know if the people in there are still alive, and if they are still alive, if I send miners down there, they'll attack them, and I'm not. I don't want to be responsible for that.
Mrs. Darrow? Ms. Darrow? Miss Darrow. Ms. Darrow.
Ms.
We completely understand, and we will not bother you further about it.
But
Also,
I mean,
it is a rather extreme measure. So, I mean, no sense to jump right to that, right? Let's just have some squirrel soup and well, like I said, we won't be any burden on you. We'll make sure we sort ourselves out before our supplies run out. But
I'm glad, because we are at the end of our supplies. Unless that trader comes back or somebody else, we don't have enough food to share barely the amounts we have.
Well,
a lot of people have left.
We're sharing our squirrel, so that'll be right lovely. Why don't we go do that now?
yeah,
Thank you for your time.
we'll
Thank you.
follow up
for
with
this
you
well.
when our people have decided where we're going and what we're doing exactly. But
Would you
Please
like
do
a
it, that's
cigar?
I mean, if you're offering it.
Cody's arm comes out and just open.
Thank you.
Cody's finger then flicks open as a lighter.
That's
I found it helping times are stressful.
it's very good. Thank you. I appreciate it, Jess.
thanks, Miss Judy.
Miss Darrow, thank you.
Miss Darrow.
Ms. I'm a widow.
Ms. Darrow.
And I'm gonna herd Ridley out of the room, and once we're all kind of down the hallway. So I think we need to blow a hole in the side of that mine, right? We need to blow a hole in the side of that mine.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
I think certain, you might be right, but we're about to have a nice little get together with the town, and there might be things that Ms. Darrow doesn't know.
Well, for instance, I think Ingrid's husband is in that mine. Kind of a leap and a jump, but I'm pretty sure Ingrid's husband is in that mine, and that's why she wants to blow back into it. That's just my opinion.
But if we blow a hole in the side of the mine, what if whatever's in there comes out?
How
Just
good are you
comes-
at those explosives, Ridley?
How good am I at making explosives?
Yeah.
I
You
think
good
I'm
at making small contained blast?
pretty good. Yeah, I've been practicing a little.
Because if we could come in at the end to close things off, we'd probably be far away from the source. Close up behind us again, maybe to prevent anything from getting out that could be problematic. This is a crazy idea. I'm sorry. I'm leaving
Rather than getting too close to the explosion, given some supplies, which I'm sure we could scavenge together, I could create a small friend of mine to go in and carry the bomb. Not you, Screws.
How many friends do you have, Cordoni?
As many as you have nuts and bolts.
I mean, look, if we don't solve this, which we might be able to get some more insight into over Squirrel, if we don't solve this, these people are just gonna keep showing up and hurting people and getting people in trouble. And if we do solve it, well, theoretically speaking, the guild would be awful grateful, wouldn't they?
Would it be a good way for Ridley to get that promotion they want?
And a good way to maybe have a little leverage to negotiate your brother out of trouble, so.
Maybe. Depends how his behavior has been down there. But that is always worth keeping an eye out for. Yeah, but thank you. It's a very wise way of looking at things.
And then we could be heroes too.
Not looking to be a hero, I'm just looking to be left alone.
Who wants some squirrel? Let's go get some stew. All right.
As you guys get outside,
I want to make a notice check to see if there are any zombies. I check at the door. No, okay.
there's no
I
zombies.
feel like Sutton does, though. I feel like Sutton's like,
Sutton's genuinely that kind of person.
you look outside. You are going to see the old woman
Brody.
before Ingrid, who's talking to
Shirt
Brody.
ripped off, yellow emanating from him. Sorry.
No, he's not. Well, I'm not going to say he's not that cool, but he's not doing that currently. But you are okay. What you are actually going to see is this horse that you have been riding all this way is going to be standing outside as soon as the horse like gets into like the town center. Like she walks her ass into the town center, but she the runes on her bridle start to
No,
glow.
wait.
The 3-apple brand on her ass starts to glow.
I pick Ridley up and I start sprinting towards the horse to say goodbye to
The horse will
Run, Side, run!
That's right, because we got to our destination.
you'd have just enough time to give the horse one last hug, Applebee's, poor Applebee's, and then she disappears in a flash of light.
Aww.
She was the
Now
best
we only
horse.
have 2 companions.
Only 2 pets. Sorry, guys.
Let's get several more. Like
Maybe
this
we
here
can-
townsfolk. I'm going to pick a random townsfolk.
Maybe we can purchase her.
Oh my fucking god!
I don't have the kind of money.
Cordonia
for these.
adopts an actual freaking human.
You all live about the same amount of time.
That's weird.
I do live a little bit longer than
Some
a
people
horse
are
does,
into
I
that.
think.
You can like feed and water them all the same.
What do you feed a human?
Hey,
Yeah, that makes
Apples,
sense.
cabbage. Humans like cabbage, yeah.
I
Yeah.
love cabbage.
Can we get a dog next?
We'll see if we can afford it.
No more
Maybe
pets.
as a reward for a job well done.
It'll be on
Okay.
the quest board next time. Anyway. You guys roll up to. You guys come outside. You see the old lady Ingrid talking to Brody, and people are starting to get set up for the stew you promised. So, what are you gonna do? Is there anything you guys want to do?
Oh yeah. We're
yeah.
gonna get that stew served up and then we're going to collect intel.
Okay.
Could we do this almost as an ongoing? Unless people have specific scenes that they want to have, could we do it like an ongoing challenge to just pick up as much as we can?
How do you guys want to? You tell me what you guys want to do, because I don't think there's too much of an ongoing challenge. Depending on what you guys want to do, I'll ask for checks. But
Crony
just work
wants
in the
to
crowd.
see and ask if they've got any like basically machinery that no longer works that Crony can take a look at.
And while
Old
they're
boilers, drills.
Okay. As you know, as you guys get the stew going along, some people will be like, "Oh, freaked out!" How it's like, "Oh, this robot is talking to me and everything." Okay. Why don't you go ahead and roll me some convince or roll me some kind of social skill, however you want to do this.
I'm good with convince. Convince is good.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll be, I guess, over the shock will be TM 7, 8. I don't know.
I got a 10.
7 sounds good. 10, yeah, sure. So you're working the crowd and everything, and the
Work in the crowd.
yeah.
Juggling, or they're juggling. Sorry.
And you're eventually gonna find a miner who is like, "Oh, what one of you that can talk? That's cool. That's cool. We used to have a mine cart inside number 4, but that's been closed up. That was the richest mine we had. If there's anything in there, most of our supplies were in there too, but that's been closed up. If you're looking for boilers, or we had struts that we would support the mines with. We had railways. I don't know about boilers. That seems a little complex. We had a cart we would use, but that was buried along with number 4.
Or just any kind of tools or leftover mining equipment.
Anything topside, it's either some people's personal equipment or it's been sold to keep the town fed. A lot of people took a lot of their stuff with them, unfortunately.
That's fair. Very well. Thank you.
Sure, anytime. If y'all need repairs or anything, I love looking at machines and everything.
Screws.
Dorothy.
Can I, like,
Sorry.
can I click for screws to roll up? Just interact with the guy. Sorry.
Oh, you got a little one of you. How cute. He starts playing with the little fucking, grabbing its little grabby hands and everything, examining.
And it's like snip, 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 snip. Like,
Yeah.
not like in a mean way, but in like a...
Yeah,
like
interacting with a
cat
child.
when you're playing with it. Yeah. Dorothy, to kind of loosen everyone up and get everybody in a little better mood while they're starting to snack on Squirrel, is gonna just do sharpshooting, like a little mini show, nothing super special, but set up some targets and show off.
Okay. Roll me some whatever gun you're gonna use,
Yeah. Or, well, let's see here.
or whatever gun you're gonna use, or maybe leadership, or do we have performance? I forget if we have performance or not.
I don't think. Hold on a minute, because I was like, oh, performance, but I don't know if that's actually a thing. Distracting performance is like a talent I have, but that's specifically to allow.
Right, we got
Okay,
leadership. Leadership will work. I don't think we have performance, but we have leadership or shooting, whatever you want to do.
I will. I'm not in the negative in leadership, but I think I am going to lean on shotgun. Because I feel like, she's got a little bit of the charisma and a little bit of the showmanship, but that's all very practice. What's really you can be as charismatic if you want, but if you're saying you're a sharpshooter and you can't hit anything,
Absolutely, that makes
I'm
sense.
gonna be too impressed.
That
So
absolutely makes
let's see
sense.
how we do.
This probably be
Oh.
7. Some easy shit working the crowd. They're starved for entertainment.
18.
18. Well, obviously. What are you trying to get from them with this performance?
Really, what I'm trying to do is endear them to our group as a whole, so that group members have an easier time with either getting information or getting people to agree to things in the short term. So sort of just it's a charisma sort of thing of like get people to like us.
Okay.
So I'd love if like maybe an advantage or something to some sort of flip.
I think what's gonna happen is after you do your little show, the crowd loves you. If they had money to give you, they would toss you coins and everything. Unfortunately, they're poorer than the dirt you walk on. So they.
Thank you so much. Oh, it's just been such a pleasure to perform again.
Woo! Do it again! Woo! But they
All right,
shout.
but just
they
one
scream.
encore, kind of just really playing the crowd. She's used to this sort of thing.
Yeah. So they shout. They get you to shoot a bottle off of their head and whatever. But after the show is done, I think the old lady from before is gonna roll up to you. You're very good with that gun, aren't you?
Thanks. I mean, I've been shooting since I was knee-high.
Of course. Oh, so you must love your parents, don't you?
Not her husband, it's her kid. Go ahead, sorry.
No, that was beautiful. I do. I haven't seen them in a minute, but they used to take me around Earthside, and they had the opportunity to retire, and I'm just real proud of them.
Of course. Oh, that sounds so beautiful. I would do anything to see I'm sure your parents would do anything to see you one more time. I would do anything to see my son just one more time.
Sorry to be a little bit forward, man, but where's your son?
My son.
Why can't you see him?
My son. I could never see my son again. He is buried underneath the mountain. I can't have him buried underneath the mountain. He's my only. I've buried too many of my children, but this is the only one that I cannot bury myself with my own 2 hands.
Sorry. It's gonna kind of like read the room and see if she needs a hug.
Sure. She absolutely needs
Yeah,
it.
she'll hug this lady. She's
Oh,
like,
you're sweet girl, yes. But there are miners under that have gone crazy. They've lost their minds. But you, with your gun, you can shoot them. You can shoot them and save my son. Just bring his body to me, please. I will do anything for that.
ma'am, we're gonna try and figure out what's going on. Some of those crazed miners, some of the miners that left well, they ended up not so well themselves, and I can't make any promises, but we want to get to the bottom of it as well.
The bottom. If you do, there's so under that. You love money, yes. Your show. You need money to fund your show. The source. She's gonna keep talking. She's gonna keep on talking.
She's just gonna like pat the lady's back for a little bit, and then just kind of pull away and be like, "We'll do our best, ma'am. I'm really sorry about your son."
Don't forget. We have. Don't forget about. You promised me. Yes, you promised me.
I promise we'll do our best.
Thank you, please. Don't forget to promise me. And she
kind of like
until
maybe
you pull away.
Maybe like leads her to a place to sit down and like pats her on the shoulder, like maybe gets her a hot cup of tea, and then just kind of looks off.
Absolutely.
And is gonna go I'm sure other things are happening at this time, so I'll move that to whoever's next. But he's gonna go find like Sutton and whoever else after that.
It's fucking hot in here, jeez. Who's next? Is there anything else you guys want to do?
Sure. Ridley will collect all of the children of the town. Are there any children?
There's maybe like 2 or 3.
Ridley's the Pied Piper.
Yeah. He's just like, hey, he goes over to the 3 kids. He's like, do you want to learn a game with me?
What kind of game?
He knows that kids hear everything. And he's gonna be like, it's a game called dice, and you do it with toys like this. And he pulls out the dice out of his pocket and he shows them.
Got dice? Okay.
Oh yeah, he's got dice, he's got cards, he's got all that.
Oh shit, okay. I didn't know you had to gamble. Poker chips. What are those? We ain't ever seen those before. And the other kid says, Papa says gambling's the devil.
Well, your papa probably don't ever win. Maybe you want to learn how to win.
Well, I don't know, Pop.
Do your papa know everything?
Did Pop? He slaps his brother. Did Papa know everything? And they like, Papa don't know nothing. How do you gamble? How you win?
Just to let you know, all this squirrel we're eating, I won it from a game of dice.
You won it from dice?
I won all this squirrel from dice alone. It gives you a lot of power, actually.
Can we do dice like that? How do we do dice like that?
All right, come follow me. And he'll lead them away from the group a little bit into a circle. And he will teach them how to play, but also he'll be like, let's make it fun. So normally when you have to play this game, you bet on something. But it doesn't look like you guys have much. So maybe it could be fun if every time I win, you get to tell me some kind of fun secret that the adults, so you know how like you are sitting somewhere and the adults go, don't tell so-and-so, but blah, blah, blah.
Well, we know. Well, we get if we win though.
If you win, then I'll let you pet Little Justice up here.
We don't want to pet your plant.
What a great deal.
Little Justice is cute.
We got our own cutes.
Little Justice does a log roll. And like rolls over.
What kind of cutes do you have?
We got cutes back home. Show him. And they show him. He hits his brother. It's like, yeah, I got my own little pet bunny rabbit here, and he has this little stuffed animal. We don't want to pet your cutes. We got our own cutes.
Fine. If you win, I'll give you an extra squirrel.
But they're all in the pot. Are you holding out in town? Holding his little bunny rabbit.
There's more where that came from. I told you, dice gets us everything. And you know what else we got in that caravan? A deer.
You gonna give us that deer if we win?
We'll see. I'll certainly give you a squirrel and we'll work up from there. So the way this game works is every time you win, you get something. Every time I win, I get something.
I'm almost convinced for that, I think.
Okay.
Could it be one of the charm-based ones?
Instead
Instead of intelligence-based? Because this is not trying to sway them through a tactic.
It's cunning, right?
You're gonna.
Convince is based on intellect, which is why I'm arguing away from it.
You're gonna have to do something, bewitch or something. Well, I don't know if bewitch is gonna work on kids. Kids working on kids. I don't know if bewitch is gonna work.
Have you ever talked to a child?
Yeah, I've talked to a child. A child talking to a child? I don't know.
Oh, a child talking
Bewitch.
to a child.
How? What do you mean by like bewitch? Is in like?
It's gonna be some high bewitch is what it's gonna be. It's gonna be like.
It's just bewitch is the same thing as a persuasion check, nut job.
It's kinda.
Yeah, I don't think it should be any higher than a convince. Personally, I'll fight you for it in real life.
Bewitch. Okay, bewitch is gonna be higher. Convince might be lower. I think bewitch might be TN10. Convince might be TN7.
I'll try convince then, I guess.
All right.
Okay.
CJ, I'm so jealous that you're cold.
All right.
Like I said, I would switch with you.
13.
I would gladly give you this.
All right. 13. Okay, so you okay. All right, that sounds like a good deal. We'll tell you a secret if we work our way up from the rabbit. How we play this dice.
So, and he's gonna sit there and teach them. I'm not gonna sit here and explain the entire game.
I understand how to play games.
He's going to explain it to the kids.
That sounds easy. We got 3 of a kind. We got full house. We got 2 pair. We got royal flush. We got straight flush. We got.
I'm sure he starts out with a simple game for them, so not something.
Okay.
Might actually be funny.
Well, yeah, if you're gonna hustle, you don't go in like hard first. You're like, oh, look how good you are at this game. Now it's time to.
Yeah.
I wonder if I should make the kids good at gambling just to fuck with you.
Papa said gambling's the devil. I'm really good at it.
I know. Who's your papa, by the way? Point him out to me.
That card shark over there. No, we're okay. So you can do some gambling and everything.
Okay.
Yeah, TN 8 from gambling. It's fine. You're good.
All right. I just want to get some information out here. 6, 7, 8. Okay, 9. Yeah, barely beat it.
You can absolutely ask these kids whatever you think you want to know.
All right, so do you know anything about the mine? That one? He's gonna point over to mine 4.
Well, my papa said there was a bunch of crazy people in there. How they didn't want no one else to come out, so they sealed up.
Did you know anybody in there that's still trapped in there?
Well, there were a few other people, but you know, a few other miners that we saw around town, but they're old. We don't talk to them no much.
Is there talk of anybody going crazy that came out of that mine a week ago, but is now out here in the town?
I mean, they said some crazy people came out, and that's why they had to shut the mine down.
Can you point out who they are?
They died.
All of them died when they came out of the mine?
When they came out the mine, the same ones have to protect them from the crazy ones. Have to protect us from the crazy ones.
Who survived other than like the crazy ones? Like, is there anyone here that came out of that mine? There's gotta be somebody that stayed behind.
He's going to point out. He'll point out. He'll point at someone. Abraham
came out of that mine?
Fantasy.
Yeah, Mr. Abraham came out that mine.
Is he the only one?
Yeah, he real quiet now though.
Are there any other secrets you heard around town, or is that it?
I mean, you want to gamble more for it?
Okay.
I want that squirrel. I'm hungry.
We'll see about that.
Stop,
They're-
child.
They're picking up on it, so it's gonna be TN9 now.
Okay.
Really just cheats in a 13.
15.
Oh my god! What are you trying to ask the child? I don't know.
I want to know any additional information. I literally said anything of the secret. You have to live for it.
Well, I got this really cool swimming hole that I'm not supposed to tell no one about.
A swimming hole? Where?
Yeah. It's just on the other side of the hills. Papa says not to go back there, but I go back there sometimes when he's digging for salt, when he's out digging.
Why can't you go back there?
The Papa says not to go too far from town. They're never born out there.
Papa says there are devils in the pool.
Yeah, you ever seen one of them devils? They got horns, they got wings.
No, I never, ever seen one of those.
They got cloven hooves. You ever seen a cloven hoof?
A cloven what? That's crazy.
I never seen
show
one
me
either,
it?
but Papa says it's scary.
Let's sneak off a little bit and go see. I want to see this swimming hole.
Well, I'll show you, but don't tell nobody.
Okay.
And then you go. I think I'll show this to see the swimming hole.
You got
Oh,
any
so-
other secrets? Well, Sadie left yesterday because she's eloping with.
So
I don't give a
I
shit.
have two things.
I was thinking about doing that.
Anger's
first
having an
thing-
affair.
The first thing is that I think our dear Tess has to sleep soon, so I feel like we might finish up this information gathering.
I think we're gonna do the rest of it next time.
I
don't
have
need to
one short
sleep soon,
thing
I need
that
to go
would
get my
like
dad
to
up.
do.
What's that, Deanna?
I have one short thing that I would like to do that is radically unimportant. I'm aware that I'm not going to get any information. So Miss Sutton is essentially sitting back and watching Dorothy Rose's performance with Brody. Neither of them have any idea where Ridley is, but hopefully he's taking care of himself. And there's just a long quiet as they slurp their soup. So
So what'd you hear about that dare over there?
Oh, and the mine's haunted and everything's shut down, but we're working on that.
That's the only place to get Soulstone?
Yeah, nobody's making any money out here at all. You're cool, right?
Ben cool, are you cool?
Moderately. I'm mostly we're gonna do something about the. We're gonna see what we can do to clear things up a little bit, as much as we can. We're working that out. Do you want to? Okay, so essentially, it looks like they got something there in the mines that's driving people crazy. They caved in the mines, trapping a bunch of the crazy people in, and then the people who got out are including that guy that we met up on the road who was fucking insane. So it looks like maybe there's the. Sutton will explain everything that they talked about with Miss Darrow. What as it looks like Dorothy is wrapping up her performance, Sutton's gonna suddenly shift the conversation just before I just real swift. Just I know this is I don't mean anything by this, but so Dorothy, Miss Weston,
Dorothy. Miss Weston, of course, yes. What?
are you sweet on are you sweet on Miss Weston?
I mean, I reckon I am. I do what I can, but it's. What can you do for a girl like that? What can you do? She went out, she saw the world. I'm a minor. What can I do? Look at me.
You have many excellent qualities. I'm not the target audience, but you're a very handsome. You seem like you're a handsome young man, and you're excellent with children, and you have a steady job, and you're good. You have many things to offer to somebody.
I mean, how can I make her see that though?
I don't know. So you have intentions to court?
I mean, I've been trying. Why are you trying to give me advice? What is the?
No. Oh, nope. I don't know anybody here. Never mind. Do you want more soup?
Yes.
Right. All right. Goodbye. She's gonna leave. Go get him some soup. Come up behind him, put it in front of him, and then jog away.
Okay, sure.
All the information she needed. Eventually, something. I think we're all gonna join back up at some point, but we might need to pause here for test purposes.
I only just hand you a drink of water as you look very flustered.
Thank you.
Just as you're walking past, could only, like, without looking at you, Kadoni's arm just reaches out.
Thank you. Do you know where Ridley? We have eyes on Ridley, right?
Over there. And like Kadoni was like watching up until he wandered off over the other side of the mountain, like over there, points towards the other side of the hill.
The emptiness.
Kadoni is fully aware Ridley walked over. Just didn't stop Ridley.
I'm gonna finish this water. And I'm gonna go get him.
Ridley was with several people. Ridley will be fine. If I hear anything, I will go.
Several people, like people is in big yellow people who can tear his body in half and lay his organs neatly between them.
No. Like several small people that he could totally beat in a fight.
That would also be a problem. Okay. You're right. It's fine. He's a big boy. He's a good boy. He's a good boy.
If I hear anything, I will go.
Dorothy will make her way up at this point. Ah, Cordoni, Sutton, hi. I spoke with the woman who was looking for dynamite. Because her son's in that. So.
That's terrible. I mean, that's terrible.
Right.
I would still need.
Sorry?
Just if we wanted to break in as we originally planned, I would still need someone to have some supplies that I could acquire.
Of course. We'll have to see what we can get a hold of. But I didn't promise anything, and I didn't let anything slip, but I did say, well, I did promise one thing. I promised her we'd do our best to find out what's going on, but I didn't make any specific promises. Just kind of comfort her and keep her a little bit calm.
If she has as much of a vested interest, we may be able to borrow some of her supplies.
She said she was looking for dynamite. I don't know if she has anything else.
I don't need dynamite, but
nuts and bolts, right, Cordon?
nuts, bolts, anything, mining tools.
I mean, I have an artifacting toolkit. I'm assuming that wouldn't do it.
Nah, it's more like I need like a leftover boiler and like directly metal.
I mean, there are houses here, right?
Yeah, Kadoni's tempted to take one of them apart throughout the night.
I mean, because a lot of people moved out recently. Did they bring their ovens with them?
That's kind of what I'm thinking. They don't need to be functional. I can fix them. That's fine.
Right. So.
For peeling back, like meta. Whenever Cordoni fixes a machine, one of their triggers also lets them, through the spare parts, create a robot that lasts for the next 24 hours to do anything they want. Like suicide putting in a bomb to blow up the mine shaft.
Oh, that's useful. That's cool.
So
It's a really shit robot, but it can carry a bomb.
If we hit screws over the head with a bat, and then then you would get what you need.
Theoretically, yeah. But we're not hitting screws over the head. Cordoni loves screws more than.
Character. Yeah. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to make some very angry beefs.
No. Sutton would never. Deanna would consider.
Cordoni loves screws more than they love you guys.
So
Well, I think that we'll see what other what supplies we can get, so on and so forth, and then we're just gonna have to take the leap, I guess.
It seems so.
Like, I mean, we wouldn't want all these miners to meet the same cruel fate that Cantor and Chang did. Maybe the boy's still in there.
yeah. No, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, it sounds like, at least Ridley's able to find things to eat in the mines. Maybe they had. I don't know. I don't know how they would have survived after this long, but.
Again, we got all kinds of reasons to do it, so.
Yeah.
How's everyone feeling? Do we need to maybe sleep the night and do the rest of this tomorrow?
I'm actually feeling pretty good, but I don't know about Ridley and his new small friends.
Would you like me to go fetch him?
I mean, I'm very torn because on the one hand, again, very good that he's engaging with people his own age. On the other hand, in what manner is he engaging with people his own age?
I will go fetch Ridley. And Cordoni walks off towards where Ridley wandered.
Cordoni, if he's behaving, let him be. We probably want to go under the cover of night anyway.
Cordoni switch to the eyes with binoculars. And Mackinac flips like the little lens switch on the side of their eye.
Ridley's on his belly with the other kids on the top of the hill, and he's like, so you said they were never born in this swimming pool?
Papa said they were never born out in the hills. We don't want to mess with them, but sometimes they come anyway. I never seen no never born.
Well, do you always swim in this pool?
I swim in this pool every day. Every day, Papa don't catch me.
Then let's go swimming.
Alright, let's go swimming.
Okay.
If Cordoni hears shit about Neverborn, Cordoni then will intervene.
Ridley's gonna throw off his clothes and they land on Cordoni and he's gonna run down to the pool and
does
jump
he
in.
keep his pants on to hide his weird little legs?
Oh, that's right.
Swimming
Yeah, he's gonna keep his
pants and
shoes on.
shoes on.
His shoes on, and his pants, and his hat.
How would you take your shirt off?
takes his
Like,
shirt off.
I'm ready to swim.
Everyone's like, who the fuck is this kid?
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
He'll keep his shoes and his pants and his hat on. Yep.
You want to go ahead and flip me a
Oh no.
Oh Jesus.
flip me some defense real fast.
Oh my god.
What for?
I
TN
can never have fun.
TN9.
This is our DM.
Cordoni will ideally be on top of the hill, kind of watching over to make sure everything's okay. If
I
anything
think
goes
Ridley
wrong,
just
Cordoni
can
will
never be
intervene.
alone again. Every time Ridley
Hi,
alone,
Barrett.
Zach is
You get
like, I
time.
gotta shoot that kid.
Okay, 13.
You feel something slide by you in the water.
Is it because of the nature of his affliction that the human kiddos aren't getting messed with?
What was that?
What was what?
Like, there are others like snakes or something in here?
I don't know what you're talking. Ah! And the kids, someone bit me, and they run out the water.
Oh, he can still move. Okay.
Yeah, he can still move.
Eaten by a boa constrictor that's at the bottom of the pool.
But you
That was a dangerous place. Apparently.
Well, my theory was wrong.
Wait
This
for
thing
me!
bit a human kid as well.
Ridley scrambles to get out of the water. He's splashing everywhere. The poor fucking shrub is probably like, ah!
The shrub bobs helplessly in the water.
Oh no! He grabs up the shrub and chucks him out of the water, so at least he's not there. What bit you? Let me see.
I don't know. Kid's fallen missing his pinky toe.
He's missing a pinky toe.
Oh my god!
Okay, can Cordoni see this?
You're watching them with the binoculars, right?
Yeah.
Maybe not the pinky toe, but you could see a child clutching his leg. Going,
Yeah.
You can probably hear the splashing because you're focused on it.
Keep still, I got bandages. And he's gonna dig in his fucking pants where he's like pulls out these soaked ass
Soggy bandages,
bandages. And he's
okay.
gonna like try to wrap the kid's bleeding toe.
Cool. Could only move
Bleeding.
with some haste, run down the hill.
the Terminator comes sprinting at this child.
Cordoni, this he got bit by something.
There's something in the water. Something in the water.
Could only takes off a hand, hands the kid the flask, drink some of this, and pull out bandages. It's his dead after his
Got me poison.
It's okay, just bite on this. And he's gonna give him like his arm.
Okay.
No, don't do it. Don't do that. Now that I think about that, don't do that. Bite on these soggy
You
bandages.
can forgive.
Give him a roll of soggy bandages, kiddo.
Bite
Do
on
not
these.
turn this kid into a.
It's gonna choke him out with my blood. Oh my god.
Cordoni's gonna make a doctor check.
Yeah, you
If
can.
we saw Cordoni starting to sprint away, is it fair to say Miss Wesson and I would have followed and something?
Were you guys watching? I don't know if you guys were watching.
Well, because you said we're gonna
fully
go.
told.
You said I'm gonna go check, and you wandered away and looked through your binoculars, and then you started full body sprinting. So I feel like we would have noticed.
Like, full on like 12 yards a second. Also
Oh
11.
no.
You'll patch up the kid just fine and fine.
He's just not gonna have a toe.
Cordoni, something bit him in the water. I was probably a Neverborn, because there's Neverborn that live in these hills, you know, and in that pool.
Papa was right not to go in the water. I ain't never going in the water again. Papa was
Okay,
right.
let's get you guys all back. And Coney will be like watching the water as like they lead the kids back towards the like
Just
town.
so you know, it wasn't my fault, Cordoni. They told me
Gambling
about
is
a
the
watering
devil.
hole. Nuh-uh.
Coney's gonna
Gambling's
pick up the kid
devil,
with a
that's
missing
why-
toe.
What's the kid saying?
That's why I'm missing my toe, because gambling's the devil.
Back before this commotion, I guess. Yeah, Dorothy's just gonna be like, you're right, Sutton. I mean, a lot's happened.
I'm sure it's in two separate deals. It's
Mhm.
fine.
It's gonna be like, and then all of a sudden it's just gonna be like, coming from the.
Coney's carrying a child that's bleeding.
Before
Yeah,
that, there's one thing that Sutton is going to say before we see the bleeding child, which is just, Brody's a handsome fella. And before you get a chance to respond, a bleeding child.
Are you? And then screaming child.
Really?
What?
What did you do?
It wasn't my fault.
Did you bite that child's toe off?
No, I didn't. No, something in the water did. Probably like an eel / Neverborn thing. Or a snake. I don't know. I didn't see it.
I don't think snakes usually bite an entire toe off unless it's a really big
It
snake.
was probably like a really, really big snake, like a Neverborn snake.
Never born snake. Right.
Yeah.
Never
And
walked in my toe, Papa. I'm
But
sorry.
shush.
Coney's gonna silence the kid.
But it wasn't my fault because we were just swimming. It's okay, you're fine. It's just one toe. Jeez. Look, I got an arm off here. Come on.
Oh yeah, you do have an arm.
Yeah, Coney's gonna instruct the kid to bite on the hand.
He could have bit the metal arm, that's true. He would have broken all his teeth, but
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
let's go get you back to your paw.
Okay. I ain't never gambling again. Ain't never swimming again. Swimming's the devil. Gambling's the devil.
Stop being so
I think Dorothy's
dramatic.
gonna like put a hand on this kid's shoulder and be like, maybe just don't swim in that swimming hole your dad told you about.
Oh, was this my papa again? I ain't never swimming that hole again.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's go get you taken care of now. All right.
Okay.
Go check out that swimming hole.
So it wasn't my
He's just
fault.
gonna kind of like, I don't think it was really.
You take care of the kid and everything. If you want to check out the swimming hole, you absolutely can.
I will check out the swimming hole.
I open a can of worms, maybe.
Huh?
Can we ideally check out the swimming hole next week?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I stand over it and the basilisk opens its fangs and we open next week with that.
Well, we'll discuss what's in the
The
swimming hole.
sandworm emerges from the swimming hole.
Yeah.
The sandworm, the Malosaurus Rex comes out and bites your ass.
Great. I knew this was how it was gonna end.
It's probably just a poor creature that was like, "Get out of my house, guys."
Right?
But that was that's probably where we're gonna end tonight. That was a lot of fun.
You were so we were gonna
I
get
had
to
fun.
the end of the adventure.
I plan on us getting to the end of the adventure tonight, but we started talking about the nature of soul stones.
Soulstones. It was very important.
I mean, yeah,
I know.
philosophy. You know, where do we go when we die? Do we go to Malifaux? Oh my god, that's terrible. But that
We
was
all go
a lot
to
of
the
fun.
soul stones in the mines.
New religion, right here.
Would this technically be the
Society.
soul site?
Go ahead, Dan. We're gonna move past that.
I was just gonna ask, would this be technically the end of the episode?
This is probably gonna be the end of the episode. We will we might explore that mine next episode. We'll hunt for soul stones next episode. Maybe we'll see what's in that lake next episode. There's a few things going on. We'll discuss that next time.
So you said after this session we would level up, and I know we didn't finish the adventure.
Not
But I think we
quite
finished
yet.
a good story point. This was a good.
Yeah. Now we're about to face off against the sandworm in the lake.
Yeah. Like, ultimately, those are advised story points. We're very much doing our own story, Zach.
Oh my god. Oh my god. You're about to be. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. I ain't promising anything right now. But
This
I'll
game
think
is about negotiation. You gotta back your GM up against a corner. And you gotta
Very-
say,
Get a
"I'm
GM
going
into
to
giving you a
approach
level up."
little justice.
I run a
I
very
would personally
rule of
love-
game, so.
I would personally love a level up. I think it'd be super cool for story reasons.
Yeah, honestly, I think I'd get some things that would be really cool and thematic to have before we go into the mine and then get it midway through.
I promise you, I will think about it.
That's fair.
You're
I'll take that,
exactly
I'll take
like
that.
Miss Dorothy Rose Wesson. I promise that I will consider what you are saying. And I promise that I will do everything I can to think about it.
I will do everything I can to not indebt myself to you in any way that will make you angry if I don't do it later.
Exactly. I couldn't have said it better myself.
You're welcome.
Zach, I promise I will not make you play Infinity again. If
Oh, I'm not playing
No,
Infinity.
I like the bargaining.
We had a lot of fun today. We'll think about the level up. We'll think about the lake. We'll think about the soul stones. But that was a lot of fun. We'll see you guys next time on.
You haven't. You keep wanting to. You haven't decided what it's called yet. You're like, it's called Home Game Energy, and I'm like, I'm not making a logo for that. I'm not.
it's home game energy, I will make a
Again,
logo.
feelings. We'll discuss the name next time on our show. See you guys. It's been fun.
Bye.
This is-